every baby, welcome to or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Kitten and today we have our monthly Q&A. So it is October, so happy spooky season. None of these questions are specific to spooky season. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. I did see a couple, but we're just going to kind of zip through because I tend to be long-winded with these kind of chatty videos. If you guys want to partake in these, I do post on my Instagram, Cat Baby. It's always in the description as well as all of my other links. So if you want to partake in Q&As like this, I keep everything anonymous and I do it usually once a month. Talk about the differences between little space and age regression. It's going to be different for everybody, okay? So somebody's little space is gonna look different than somebody else's little space, and someone's regression is gonna look different from somebody's regression, and little space and regression are gonna look different from each other, right? So it's pretty complex. I am not an expert in this field. I only know what I experience. So for me, little space is like right now, like I'm just like dressed really cute. I have my comfort items, I have my diapers, you know, I love like my kid core sort of stuff or my like baby core sort of stuff. Regression is all in my head. However, the stuff that's around me, this stuff can almost help get me into a regressed headspace if it's something that I'm looking for. A lot of time for me, regression is nonverbal, it's quiet time, it's like my head escapes within itself. Usually just want to sit or lay down, I want to zone out, I want peaceful, it's almost like a meditative state. Or it could be on the other end of things for me where it's like horrible, it's a trauma response, I'm having a breakdown, I'm crying, and like I feel small and scared and I can't escape my own head. So it's gonna be different for everybody, but for me, little space is almost always just a happy place. It's me purposefully choosing to go to this like little zone to be like, I want to be baby today because I don't feel like adulting, and it's a choice. So I guess that could be an easy way to say it. Little space is a choice. Regression is usually not exactly a choice, but you can choose to work into a regressed headspace. Does that make sense? I knew these were going to be long-winded. What do you use for your content? Your quality is really good. I just use my phone. Next, how do you deal with your big girl time of month when you feel yucky and you're struggling with regression? So for me, I take all the precautions that a grown-up would. You know, like I do like Midol, I do like warmth, you know, you can do heat packs, just find comfort in general. If you are a diaper wearer, get a nice like big diaper. Don't get like a super tight on the tummy one. I always go for like a Trest or a Megamax. Some Rears diapers are also really, really good for that time of month. They tend to have a little more wiggle room and you don't want things pressing on like a bloated tummy. If you are thinking like, oh, I can't be small because I feel icky, you know, don't force yourself to go into a place that your body doesn't really want to, but do things that make you feel good. Like maybe like you're not in an actual regressed child headspace, but you still want to watch like Bluey or something because it makes you feel good. Even when I'm on my period and I feel icky, like I'm gonna be in a diaper, I'm gonna be dressed like this, I'm gonna want to be like playing with my dolls or whoever, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Favorite little activities. So if we're talking like out in public, like things that like make my inner child really happy, I love museums. I really like going to parks, anywhere that has a swing. I love that. Like bigger things. I actually choose Harry Potter World over Disney, but I love amusement parks. They like make me like literally stimmy, like so excited. There's this place that's near Hosh Daddy and I, and you can make like terrariums, and you can like, it's almost like making little fairy gardens. Stuff like that is so much fun. I like artistic thingies. Also like, I just like to go out to eat in general and also go to movies and stuff. So Hosh Daddy and I, like, we get dinner out all the time and then we go to the movies and I can wear my diaper, I can bring a passy, I usually bring one of my Reborn dolls. It's a good old time. Love that. Do I have any clothing from the Straight Jacket shop? Yes, I actually do. I'm doing a full try on and show and tell over on Patreon just because some of this stuff, one, I need help putting it on because I have like an actual like jacket which that's super cool. It's not necessarily part of like my baby space, but I like fun, funky stuff like that. And so it's a custom size like straight jacket, and it's pink. And then for my baby space, I have the straight jacket middies, which are super compressive. I love it. And the booties, which are also really compressive, and I love it. And it's all pink, so all of my stuff matches. How do you make little friends? All of my friends live in the phone, and they are part of this community. I met K-Cat online, and she and I just started talking, and it's consistency and it's genuine connection. You know, just because you start talking to somebody doesn't mean that they're gonna necessarily become your bestest friend. It's just building relationships like any other. Talk about terms like non-com and what they mean. I'm new to some of the terms. Okay, so there is a lot of different terminologies and the way that people tag things, but I will just go over real quick why people choose non-com. Non-com means that you're not part of a community, no community, so com is short for community. And a lot of littles who don't want to be classified as like, I'm a regressor, or I am a sexual little, or I am in a DDLG relationship, or I am, I don't know, you know, like all of these things, they just don't want to be in a community, so they put non-com because they welcome any kind of widows, they welcome any kind of widows, or they just are in the midst of not knowing exactly where their place is, or they just don't care, but they want you to be aware that this is a little profile. Like when you see things in people's bios or whatever, it's just to give you an idea of what they are or what you might be following into, or what they allow, what they don't allow, etc. These are kind of back to back, which is perfect. Would you ever have a platonic caregiver besides Hashi? Yes, I actually do. As of the past few months, I have an online daddy caregiver. Basically, while Hashi is working, I am completely alone, and for me and my little space needs, I can't cope very well with that much time to myself and to my thoughts. And so it was a big conversation, but now I have an online platonic daddy. How has your dynamic with Hashi changed since getting a platonic caregiver? That's the next question. Better, because there's less pressure on him to basically sacrifice whatever kind of almost spare time he has at this point to care for me. Like I'm very understanding. If he's feeling like it's more of a pressure rather than something fun that we're doing in our dynamic, then I don't want to do that. That's not fun for me anymore. I never want to push like my stuff onto somebody else, and he was and still does care for me, but it is for me. You know, like he wasn't the one that came into our relationship like, I want a little. He's just always liked relationships are a little different, but the specifics are for me because he loves me. So I can only speak on behalf of me, but personally, my headspace has felt a lot better. I felt a lot less lonely. I felt a lot less like needy and bugging him kind of. So I think it's healthier, at least for right now. You know, things can change, things can shift, but yeah, as of right now, that's just our ebb and flow, and that's what works for us. Plastic pants, yay or nay? They have a time and place. I like them, honestly, for how they look, but when a diaper starts to get like soggy and leaky, I personally don't like the feeling of the plastic pants. It makes it feel like this whole area is just like too moist. It's uncomfortable, but I do think that they can look cute. There are some cute ones that I have. Gary Wear is probably the most comfortable and the most high performance, but they're not the cutest in my opinion, but they're a fun item to have in your baby space. Do you have a favorite vegan food? Oh, that's a big question, because like my favorite thing to get like that's vegan is vegan chocolate chip cookie dough cake with buttercream frosting. I get it every year for my birthday. And that's like one of my favorite things, but it's because I look forward to it every year. I just like a lot of Asian cuisine, so there's just so much in Asian cuisine that can be vegan and that just is vegan. You know, lots of tofus and rice and curry and sushi even. So I love that. That's my favorite kind of food. I could eat that every single day. What's your favorite show as an ABDL? So as an adult baby, so like I'm thinking like what do I lean into that's like little space? I've always been a huge fan of Little Bear. I really like Bear in the Big Blue House. I feel like I've mentioned these before, but I just will go over them again. Bear in the Big Blue House, Little Bear. I love Rugrats. I love any 90s cartoons because that's my era. 93 baby, what's up? Where my 90 babies at? Hey Arnold, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. Rocket power, woogity woogity woog. If you're not a 90s baby, I am sorry about that. Who's your favorite Sanrio character? I really do like Hello Kitty. Like, she's just been a vibe since I was like 14, 15. I was obsessed. On my 16th birthday, I had a whole Hello Kitty theme. So I just really love me a classic Hello Kitty. I don't think she's the cutest one, if that makes sense. I only think that like Cindy and Mocha are really, really cute. Like, they're cute together. And then Milk, the little Milk with like the little pacifier looking thing, so cute. Favorite Passy, at the moment I really like the new Baby Your Doll Bear Soother. I don't know where it is at the moment. Oh, I actually think I packed it. I'm going on a trip in 2 days, so I think I packed it. That's the one I chose to bring. It's the full like silicone one, so it's nice and soft and I'm not worried about it breaking. It's just easy to bring with me places and I love it. The other one that I actually really like, I've been sleeping with this one. I can't remember what it's called, but I really like it. It actually is quite comfortable. And I think it looks surprisingly cute like on my face. So yeah, those two. I'm really into, I guess, like the silicone ones because I really like them just for comfort and chilling. I must have really been bamboozling you guys for the past like month because there's a question, are you poly? And do you have 2 caregivers now? So I am not poly. The dynamic that I have with my platonic caregiver and with my partner Hashi are very different dynamics. I don't classify it, for me, I don't classify it as like a poly relationship because if I was to be in a poly relationship, I think I would have romantic, for me personally, I would think I would have some sort of romantic feelings for like all parties. But for right now, I just needed somebody to help me with my AB space, and I very, very much love Hashi, so he loves me as well, and so very long-winded story stands that I have special needs that need to be attended to for my little baby headspace, and he loves me enough to trust me to be able to have another daddy. Any advice for a little wanting to start posting more on social media, confidence, editing, tips, etc.? I would say to not try to copy anybody, to do things that you actually enjoy. Some littles don't even show themselves. They do like outfits, or like maybe they're stuffed animals, or like they're playing a new game or something, you know, like it's very like their aesthetic and it's not even necessarily like their faces. Or maybe you do, maybe you're like me, you like to dress up head to toe, theme everything. Regardless of what you post, be true to yourself, make sure you're actually enjoying it or it will become a chore and not fun. Consistency. I edit with PicsArt. I do pay for my editors, but PicsArt Gold is the best. I've used it since I first joined the whole social media world. Yeah, that's kind of it. Like confidence, it's just practicing and then seeing that it's okay. You know, like just like post with your whole heart and just be like, everything's gonna be fine. If you're worried about other people's opinions, you could go private. And then you could just start like, see, there's so many questions about this. How did you find a platonic caregiver while maintaining a primary? I'm on the same boat. Caregiver that I have, the platonic daddy, I'll just say platonic daddy that I have, he and I actually were in a dynamic before. I was his first little and he was actually my first caregiver daddy. And it was like 4 years ago or something. It was actually back when I was with my ex-husband, so maybe it's 5 years ago. And my ex-husband wasn't a caregiver daddy at all. And so it was a conversation with my ex at first, like, hey, like this is something I'm interested in, like, what do you think? And so, yeah, he actually met me on Instagram and we bonded over anime, High School DxD, Koniko specifically, and like he and I became friends. Basically, it just started off as like a friendship, and he obviously vibed with like my lifestyle because I've always been a little, and so he was interested in that. Like he's just very naturally a caregiver. He likes to help me. It makes him feel good. It makes him feel fulfilled. So my story is definitely not helpful for a lot of people who are looking for caregivers and daddies, but I always just keep reiterating, like, start it off as friendships regardless of like who you start to talk with. Like, you don't have to jump in and it be a dynamic like that. That's not how it works, you know? It's a conversation, it's a bond, it's a trust. Next one is, what's my favorite toy? And I wish that it wasn't buried behind all of my stuff. I've been packing for a few days. Like I said, I have laundry just everywhere. It's all my Melissa and Doug stuff. I have like the ice cream scoop shop, I have the sandwich shop, the pizza oven. I love those. And also I've been loving my little people. They are so much fun. They're like the, you know, like the toys that are like little characters, but all of their houses and stuff, they always have like lights and noise. I love interactive stuff like that. What is your favorite onesie? Can you show us? I'll actually pop a picture on the screen if Editing Kitten realizes that I need to do this, because these long sleeve onesies with like the thumb holes, favorite. Love those onesies down under, so good. Favorite fidget toy, anything that's squishy. I really like the squishy ones. Actually really love slime. K-Cat and I have been bonding over slime, and she's making some and I'm so jealous because I just want to like squish my hands in it. Realistic wigs on a budget. Yours are always I get mine. This one isn't probably a good example because it's a little shiny and it's a silly color, but like my blonde and brunettes and stuff, I just get them from Amazon. Honest to God, I get them from Amazon and they're like 17 to 20 bucks. They're from all different shops. I just kind of look at the reviews basically, but Amazon. How did I get into ABDL? It started off just me really liking little space-like stuff, and then because I think ABDL turns ABDL, so it goes from little space to ABDL once you get into the diapers. So I got into ABDL because I thought the diapers were really cute. I really did. I thought they looked cute, and then I started like wearing them, then I started using them. I didn't just wear and then use. It took me a little while to get comfortable with that. So yeah. If you're struggling with using your diapers, that'll be another video. How to use diapers for beginners. I got you. I've had some people asking questions about that, so we'll do that soon too. But yeah, that was a couple years ago now, and it just was appealing to me because I've always been a baby. Safe foods for October. I don't know like if this is like a themed thing, like things that are in season, but I just always eat dates and peanut butter. And then also I always drink green juice. I don't have any like specific like seasonal foods that kind of call to me. Plus my birthday is the season, and then we go back to the chocolate chip cookie dough cake. What are you and Hashi going for Halloween? I think we're being Barbie and Ken, the cowboy versions. We got matching costumes, but sometimes we change our minds. We dress up as like multiple things through the whole like October season. So like we're being Skeleton 20 Flappers for a Halloween party that we're going to. We're going to a concert. We might dress up as Barbie and Ken for that, or we're gonna dress up as something spooky. Favorite horror spooky movies for Halloween. Okay. This isn't horror, but I love Hocus Pocus, all the Halloween Towns, Twitches, Over the Garden Wall, the show, Over the Garden Wall, Nightmare Before Christmas. These are the ones I just like watch every single spooky season. Beetlejuice, The Addams Family. So it's more like the hokey, like fun, like family-friendly ones that I watch all the time. As for like actual scary movies, I watch whatever new ones come to theaters because you know every October they have some scary ones. Right now The Exorcist just came out. What was the Talk to Me just came out. I did not see Exorcist yet. I probably will. I love any sort of the Insidious like franchise or whatever, anything like that. Love those. Those are my favorite. I love all scary movies, but that's probably one of my favorite genre of movies is horror, scary, thriller. Yeah. I'm looking for a good one. I think I'm going to do just one more because I'm not gonna lie, I have a really bad headache from this stupid headband. It's really, really tight and I didn't know it was gonna do this. It's making my head feel like on fire, so I gotta take it off and like get some water. So, oh, I want it to be a good one. Hold on. Okay, this is a good one that I can answer kind of quickly. It says, how many diapers do you usually go through per day? So if I am wearing all day, it's gonna range between 4 and 6, and that depends on how much water I'm drinking, which diapers I'm using, and how I'm sitting, because if I'm sitting like one position, all of the pee is gonna go to one spot and it will fill up faster, you know? So it's like a Bambino's while I'm sitting down might only last me like an hour, honestly. I tend to leak those so easily because they're considered a daytime, but like a Megamax or a Trest, I could be in that for like 4 hours. So it will vary, but I would say between 4 and 6 for me. Like drinking a lot of coffee, water, if I have alcohol, kombucha, something like that, there's gonna be more, so it'll be closer to the 6. The higher the capacity of the diaper, obviously the longer you'll be able to wear it and the more you'll be able to use it. So this is all going to be individual. I am gonna end this here. I will have a Q&A specifically for Patreon, spicier, brutally honest kind of questions over there. So if you like these chatty videos, it will be over there. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, check out Patreon for more ABDL lifestyle content and stuff, and until next time, forehead kiss. My whole outfit was revolving around this little strawberry bunny. This was from my online daddy, and it zips up. I don't want to zip him up though because I want to play with him. And then a little bunny comes out and we're both little straw babies. And his name is Beppy, which is short for Straw Beppy. Isn't he cute? And then like it turns into his ears. Isn't that the cutest little thing?